All right, we're live. Hey guys, hey, Honeydew Carpenter and the always beautiful Mrs. Honeydew Carpenter. She has a ton of faith in her Mr. Honeydew Carpenter. But it's our Saturday morning light show, and this morning I just wanted to say we got a lot going on. This week I am releasing the last chapters of our book and instructional manual for the light and portable rocket mass heating system, and I'm really super excited about it. And as I was going through emails and whatnot, I know there's been some people who've been a little disappointed in how long it's taken, and I wanted to talk just a little bit about that. We named it Confidence Builders because I just want to give you guys a few tools that throughout the process of doing anything, you can just kind of maintain your confidence and whatnot. Not everything this past year or the past 2 years has gone exactly like we had envisioned it would in the future. And not everything got done as quick as it could and whatnot. And I'm telling you, there were times when I would look at comments and this and that and the negative, and the first thing I would do when I got up in the morning is look at my phone and look at the comments, and my goodness, I would get overwhelmed. And when I became more streamlined and more focused was when I quit doing those things. So I'm going to give you guys 3 things that you can do in your lives just to maintain confidence and understand that whatever it is you're trying to do, if you keep focused on it and keep pointed toward it, you're eventually going to get it done. And maybe it didn't get done as quickly as you thought it would, but you know what? Everything is going to be okay. Because we all know what we don't want. It's Maslow's law. It's a human instinct it's the survival instinct to run away from pain or things that we don't want. And so all of our minds instinctively are on autopilot. We all know what we want. You know what? But very few people do know exactly what they want. I was going through, some of you guys may have known or may not have known that my dad used to be a minister and whatnot. And so he left me a Bible, and in the back there was a bunch of his writings and stuff. And I was going through some of those this morning, and I read this little excerpt, and it's one that he didn't write himself because he put unknown on the author of it. But it's, when a man does not know which harbor he is making for, none is the right one. And that is so true. If we just let our minds go on autopilot and we don't know exactly what our intent and what direction it is we want to go, it's like they talk about setting goals. If you don't know where the target is, you can shoot as many arrows as you want. You're never going to hit the target, and none is the right one. And so I just wanted to thank everybody that has supported us.
Me too.
We absolutely love you guys. It hasn't always been an easy road for us. I remember when Melanie and I were first married, and then we grew apart, and then we got divorced. And I remember what transformative shift was made in my mind when I decided that, you know what, we need to try and work on ourselves and on some things. And I mean, this was back in in 1997, I bought a set of tapes called Personal Power from Tony Robbins. And just like most personal advancement tape courses or books or whatever, I think only 4% of the people who buy those things actually finish them. And I'm no exception. I didn't finish. I think I only got through the first 4 or 5 tapes of a 30-day session. And I had written down, I had actually followed his program and, write down these goals, write down these things and these overarching goals and these intermediate goals that can help you move towards it and whatnot. And then life got in the way, or for whatever reason, I didn't finish. And I closed that journal and put it away and met Melanie, fell in love, got married, got divorced. And we're talking, this was in 2008. I found that journal in a box at our house in Boise. And I opened it up. And you know what, guys? Everything I wrote down that I wanted to happen in my life happened. Everything happened. And I showed that to Melanie. I showed her the journal, and I said, this all happened. And Melanie's like, well, what if maybe we start going through that course again and write it down? And I think Melanie and I only got through like 4 days of it. We got through 9 days of it, and then everything, happened. And we started looking up videos on YouTube that Tony Robbins was doing, where he, like, almost instantly was able to take couples and have them do transformative mental shifts in their mind, and just completely. And we just devoured this stuff, and we decided that we were going to make some fundamental, foundational type changes in our lives. And we ended up getting back together, and to make a long story short, there's lots of little stories in there. We did get remarried. We had more children, and it has just been the funnest journey of our life. Through that, we lost our jobs. The economy went to hell. We lost real estate that we owned. And what's kind of interesting is Melanie and I couldn't even get through the little friction and the adversity and the things that came in the beginning. But man, the second time around, it didn't matter what came our way. We were going to figure a way around it and just plow through it. And when Melanie decided that she wanted to start this YouTube channel and that she was going to follow me around with a camera and we were going to do something here, I didn't have the confidence or belief that we could do something with it. We kind of have to pinch ourselves every day. And you know what I really want is, my overarching goal is to spread that confidence and give people the tools necessary that they can do to get that confidence themselves. And so I kind of want to give you 3 things that you can do on a daily basis to help build your confidence. We all know on autopilot, we all know what we don't want. But if you spend your whole life running from the things that you don't want, then you're never really going to accomplish your dreams of your choosing. But if you do have some overarching dreams or some things that you want to do, and you want to start moving toward them, here's a good way to start moving confidently toward those things. One thing that you have to understand is confidence starts the night before. Like 5 minutes before you go to bed, you kind of want to have a vision for the next day and imagine the future and what your day would look like, and emotionally how you would feel at the end of that day if you accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish. And just kind of imagine that, similar to a prayer right before you go to bed. And what happens is your subconscious mind will take over after that. That's a whole nother thing, though. And then one thing I used to do, as I mentioned before, was the first thing I would do is go to my phone in the morning and check my stats and do this and see what other people outside were thinking of me. And what ended up happening is I was just being pushed in 1,000 different directions. Before you ever go to your phone, before you ever call anyone, take a minute for yourself every morning and just set your intention for the day. And the third thing that'll help you tremendously build your confidence, and I'm telling you, you do this and you'll see your confidence build day over day. Just look at all the areas of your life where there's these little things, someone you needed to call and thank, just something you needed to do. And usually they're quick, easy, small things, but we procrastinate them, and then we forget them, and then time moves on, and then they never ever get done. And then they pile up, and they stack on each other, and it becomes this huge weight in our subconscious mind, even if it's not like right in front of us. So the third thing you can do is just look at these areas of procrastination and things that you would have liked to have done that you didn't do, or things that you know you need to do. And start by the first day listing one thing and go, no matter what, I've been procrastinating this. Doesn't matter if it's been 5 years, 1 year, or a month. I'm going to do that thing. And a lot of times it's just writing a note to somebody and putting it in the mail, or a postcard and sending it to them, or something like that that's weighing really hard and holding people back. And then the second day, write down 2 things. The third day, write down 3 things. And the fourth day, write down another 3 things. And just try and work on that for 21 days and get a habit of, no matter what, I'm going to do these 3 things in that day. The day before, kind of imagine what your day would look like, how you got it, and how you would feel emotionally. Because, guys, emotions is the precursor to all action. That's what pulls us through. And there's tons of examples of that, and everybody understands that. That's a self-evident principle. And then the second one is take a minute and set your intention. But I love you guys. I can't wait until the last chapters of the book come out. I was nervous about the first chapters coming out, and I actually did do a lot of that procrastinating myself, and it took me a while to quit doing that and start moving forward and doing it confidently. And I want you guys to have that confidence too. So I hope you'll use those tools.
All right. William Craig says, good morning, everyone. And
Hey, William.
Thumbs up. Kenny Bean says, good morning from East Washington. Hope all is well. Good to see both of you. Thank you, Kenny Beans. I want to ask if you guys have any questions for Darwin today that he can answer live for you. Terry Oak says, good morning from Alaska. Good morning, Terry.
Hey, Terry.
Todd says, still haven't used the foam gum I bought you yet, but many thanks for all your work you have done and shared. Todd, thank you. And he'll get to it soon and have lots of fun experimenting and doing it. Seek to Find says, hi from Alberta. Send Greg Walker a hey from me. We need to carpool to HDC University. Waiting for my phone mate to arrive.
That is awesome. You know what? I noticed last week I sent it was late last week, so you'll or was it? No, it was just a few days ago I sent one up to Canada. I was wondering if that, for some reason I had this little inkling in my mind. I go, I wonder if that's a friend of Greg's, and he told him, hey, go here and get this thing.
Well, Seek to Find and Greg have met and talked through each other.
Right.
Through this. Through us. All right. Bob Davis says, good morning, all.
Hey, Bob.
Mitch Anthony says, good morning from BC. Good morning, Mitch.
British Columbia.
Mark Wilson says, I made it this week. Hello, Gorgeous and Melanie.
Well, thank you.
Oh, that's funny. William Craig says, hi, Terry. Greg says, good morning, all. Gotcha, Seek to Find. Will connect. Beaver Creek Farm Line, thank you for all you do. He has put our email up, honeydewcarpenter1@gmail.com, and our website, honeydewcarpentershop.com, and our Etsy link. So if you're interested in buying a phone, you can click on Etsy and go there. And he put our Teespring account up there. So you guys can go get a Honeydew Carpenter t-shirt or a coffee mug. Check those out, you guys. And thank you, Beaver Creek. Gail says, morning, my buds. Got on quick this morning, thank goodness. We have to lean forward and take one step at a time, whether it is a baby step or a giant step. Keep moving. Yes. Gail, I couldn't have said that better myself. Joel says, howdy from New York, my best friend. Hey, Joel. We hope you're having a great day in New York. Beaver Creek Farm Life says, great to see everyone. Williams. Craig says, hi, Greg. Beaver Creek Farm Life says, please hit the thumbs up. Yeah, you guys, give us a thumbs up. Luann Hoffman says, hi, honeydews. Honeys. Good morning from Mansalona, Michigan. Why do I always say that wrong? I do, though. Sorry.
Right.
William Craig says, hi, Beaver Creek Farm Life. Todd, it looks like everyone's starting to get to know each other and saying hi. That's awesome. Todd says, what's the thumb down? That's weird. So I am confused. Is this channel converting towards motivation?
Well, you know what, guys? I've had to delve a little bit into that type of stuff to kind of move me through some of the adversity that's been coming. And things just weren't going right. It seems like ever since August, we almost didn't even have Honeydew University because I was in a car accident and had a severe concussion. And it's just, it really slowed us down, and we've just been moving through some things. And you know what? I guess it is what it is, and it's kind of the vlog of our life. And
honestly, we're letting you know what has helped us and in our daily life and moving forward. And we hope that
I overarchingly wanted to always kind of promote and commit that when I put out an instructional book or something, the first pamphlets and the first things we put out for building the foamate and whatever, they weren't that great. And people, I think I fell into that category of the high failure rate of people that actually bought it, being able to accomplish their goal with it and whatnot. And so I've really had to kind of delve into how am I going to put these things together and whatnot in order so that I can get rid of that failure rate, so that people who actually buy it are able to look at it, do it step by step, and actually move through the process with confidence and finish it. But I know inherently that regardless, everybody's circumstance of where they're putting the stove or whatever they're doing in any given situation, if it's a DIY project, everybody's circumstance, their skill sets, their abilities, their friends that might be able to help them, everything's different. So we're all going to have our individual challenges. And I just want to give you guys the tools and the ways to move through those so that we can increase the success rate on people being able to duplicate these projects. And so if that includes a little bit of motivational, I guess it does.
Todd says that I think they're just sharing what's important today.
Right.
And Mark says, glad I'm single now, LOL. Bill says, hey guys, you guys are on the right track, and thanks for your help.
Awesome.
Bill, you're awesome. Thank you. Beaver Creek Farm Life says, good morning to William. Joel says, thumbs up. Thank you, Joel. Mark Wilson says, I'll be waiting for a note in the mail now. Todd says, that's why I haven't got to use my phone gun yet.
Hey, that one, I don't want to just gloss over it. Mark, make sure you send us an email at honeydewcarpenter1, and I'll send you a note. That's for sure.
Okay, William Craig says 5 years or me. Thanks for the kick in the butt. I'm on the move.
Right?
Thanks, William. Terry Oak says hello, William. Mike says great stuff, Darwin. We have lots in common on our ideas. It's been rough getting you live, but I got you today. Thanks for your thoughts. Thank you, Mike. And if it helps, we usually go live every Saturday morning at 10 Mountain Time. And so you can set an alarm on your phone and should be able to just check in with us then. Seek to Find says, recipe says 12 teaspoons of J-Lube. Is that right? Aircrete blocks.
1/2 teaspoon. Maybe on whatever download, it wouldn't allow special characters for the /, but it should be 1/2 teaspoon. And you know what? There are other ways to get around even using J-Lube. I found it was hard for some people to get. Mm-hmm. And so I experimented with the foam solution to try and come up with a solution for it for those people overseas who are unable to access J-Lube. And what I found was there is citric acid in Suave shampoo. And if you neutralize it and counteract it, it also, because acid breaks down the surface tension of the bubbles, it also increases the bubble strength as well. And so if for every gallon of foam solution with the water and the Suave, if you put 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda in it to neutralize the acid, it ends up giving you just about the exact same effect as using J-Lube. So you can just add 25% more Suave and 1/2 teaspoon per gallon of baking soda, and it works awesome.
All right, Joel says, we're getting to be just like one big family. Where we all listen to each other and help if we can, right? Isn't that awesome? We have a big happy family here. Terry Oak says, I am so glad that you did have HDCU. I learned so much, and I am looking forward to the next summer school. Thank you, Terry. We're excited and looking forward to it also. Tom says, have you guys thought about Mother Earth News Fair? I am planning to go to Polyface this summer. Mother Earth News Fair this summer. Tom,
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, sorry. So send us an email with some more information about that, Tom, please.
Right.
Dee says, this may have been mentioned before, but have you heard of easyblock.com? It's an insulated concrete form that made block with aircrete. I would like to make myself the ICF blocks myself.
I haven't researched that a great deal.
Terry Oak says, of course, when it is negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit with a negative 45 wind chill, you look forward to anything summer. I can imagine.
Do you want to move Alaska?
No.
Why not?
No.
Okay. I liked it.
No. Luann Hoffman says, hi, Mike Kiesler. We have to talk sometime.
Right.
And Seek to Find says, I figured it should be 1/2 teaspoon. Thanks. Good thing you decided to check, because that would have been crazy.
So, guys, we don't have a babysitter this morning. Our boys are upstairs all by themselves, and they're mysteriously quiet. We decided we're only going to do a half hour because our boys can't do a whole hour. And so we're getting ready to wind this thing down. So if you have any final questions, let's get them out there.
Terry Oak says, Luann, we should talk sometime. I have relatives in Mansalona area. If you're interested, Darwin can give you my email. Seek to Find says, yes. Connect with Mother Earth News Fair. Joel Salington on Polyface Farms is hosting this year. Must be there. Mark Wilson said, Gmail sent.
Awesome.
Thank you. And Seek to Find, send us some information about that. Or whoever it was, yeah. All right, Tim says, hello, I was wondering if you could lay out aircrete like a foundation, or do you have to make panels?
You can pour it right on the ground, but if you're going to use it as a floor or something, you're going to want to put a hardened surface over the top of it. It would work great for our value to keep the movement of cold and hot going through your floor and to keep your floor temperature stable. But aircrete isn't a good wear surface. And so it has its place and it does its function and it does it well. But if it's going to be something that's going to be walked on or scratched or whatever, you're going to want to put a hardened surface over it.
Even if you use it as walls and put up panels, you'll still want to put a surface on it.
What do you guys think of this an idea? Because I was actually going through the video where we made our first wall panels, because it's one of our biggest videos and people liked it the most, as that's where you're helping me, build the forms and pour the panels. As I go through it now and I look at it, I want to go through the whole thing again and let people know what worked and what didn't work. Because remember, I first had that mixer where it sucked it up through a tube and around. And it did work, but it actually worked way faster without the tube around it. And I omitted the tube.
Right.
And I should probably go through these videos and let people know, hey, this worked, this didn't work. Now, when I went to make the slurry in the cement mixer, and because there was no aggregate in with the Portland cement, it's just Portland cement and water and a few things, of course, it didn't work first time because it was like putting flour and water together. It didn't work. I actually had to put some like 1.5-inch river rocks in there with it to get it to actually work, and I was able to get it to work and do that. But we abandoned that technique, and so maybe I ought to go through some of these old videos and let people know, hey, through the experiment process, through building this, these are the things that I show myself doing in some videos, but I've completely abandoned that practice and found a better way to do it. And so...
All right, so Luann says, cool, thanks, Terry. Tom says, my daughter works at Polyface. I might be working there. That's cool. Greg says, so I heard that 1 foot of snow reduces frost by an equal amount. I figured to simply spray foam from the foam mate and build it up to create insulation. Tried it outside and it froze fast. Temp insulation. Greg, I'm actually a little more interested in that.
Yeah, I want to talk to you about that. That's pretty cool.
Beaver Creek Farm Life. Put a link up there for MotherEarthNews.com. Thank you, Beaver Creek.
Email link to Mother Earth News Fair.
Oh, okay. And Terry can find me on Facebook. Awesome. All right. Well, you guys have a great day. We have got to go. And yeah, have a great day.